What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. So I just realized I'm talking kind of quiet right now because I need to readjust my microphone. Hold on. There we go. Okay, that's a lot better for the values I'm seeing now. I had a medical appointment today for physical, which is really funny when you can't see doctors in person anymore. So it was like done all over by video conference. I was like, I was gonna get really awkward when he tried to check my prostate. And she just laughed, but I had to use my streaming setup to make it compatible with their software that they're using, and had to change my microphone volumes quite a bit. So I had to turn the microphone sensitivity up to way up high and everything else. And I just saw right now it was still cranked up that way. But tonight we are going to be playing some more Sekiro. And thanks to Jay, who was here the last time I played Sekiro, he's like, hey, there's some really fun mods for the game you should check out. One of them, he was telling me about a poorly translated version of the game. And so I looked it up, and sure enough, I found it. Real simple to install. And it basically takes the English language from the game, translates it 5 different times, then puts it back in, so you have just weird nonsense coming back at you. And as long as it's not a pre-rendered FMV, like a pre-rendered cutscene loading off the disc, it will have new voices too. So it's text to voice, but it's going to have everything just be screwed up. And I also, because I've been playing Final Fantasy VII, I saw there was a really cool Cloud mod, so Cloud Strife, so he's in the game now too, complete with Buster Sword. It's gonna get wild. Let me get the game launched up. It's gonna take a second. Okay, we're gonna be looking at a black screen for a moment, but the game is currently launching. It just takes a minute or two. Here we go. Here we go. It's still thinking about it. So I still have my save from the other day, but I'm going to do a brand new file for this. I checked it out already, and that's how I know that the opening FMV is going to it'll have subtitles, but it'll still be the old character model and everything else, but anything that's in-game rendered will be screwed up translations. Even the menus right now are messed up, you'll see. So we have the options of then, after the match, new games, adjust, language, and game. Game just exits you out. That's what this does right here. So we're going to go to new games. I'm just going to skip the opening movie. Actually, I'll let it play for right now and see if anyone shows up here, comes late to the party.
In the closing years of the Sengoku era,
Sengoku last year.
Consumed
Japan dispositioned arms.
The fires of war raged on.
Flame wars continue. It's just like the internet.
Spreading deep into the mountains, to the land of Ashina.
Sorry, I readjust my headset volume. You'll hear the lovely Windows ding. At the end of the war? Tamuro is often more! Yes, I agree, he usually is often more.
Ashina staged a bloody coup and wrested control of the land.
Something horrible, things land. This is great. I'm so glad Jay recommended me to this mod. Apparently there's this really awesome Ryu Hayabusa mod that got DMCA takedown by Toei, which really
What's
sucks.
the matter,
And I couldn't
stranger?
find it anywhere.
Nothing left to lose.
I was looking for it everywhere to see if someone had it mirrored or anything. They didn't have it at all,
Well,
so
would you look at that?
maybe it shows up some one day. But it looked sweet. It made the game literally look like a Ninja Gaiden game.
On that day, a young cub was taken from the battlefield. He trained relentlessly, and indeed,
He went on to say,
became
Naruto.
a master shinobi.
Listen, Wolf. You must never forget the Shinobi Code. As your father, my word is absolute. Your master's is a close
Defendi Monday.
As of today, he is your master. Defend him with your life.
Europe, give his life to protect if you cancel.
At any cost.
I don't see anything wrong with this game whatsoever.
Don't you, Wolf?
There's also a mod to change you from Cloud to Jesse. And we might try that out a little bit later too. We'll see how this goes.
Years after the cool categorization release date, I was on the verge of collapse. Shinobu has lost Wolf Dash,
I love this voiceover.
the man who took his son promise to protect.
It's like Mr. Plunkett getting a colonoscopy.
Shinobu. Open your eyes. Master. Alright, here we go. This is pure spirit. What does this is pure spirit say? Decorative letter. Real thrown into a pit. ZV comments are waiting for the fate of the tower to the moon. He escaped from the well and found a bright moon tower. Although there is no use of language, pig, be careful. Well said. It's a pretty good mod. I have actually been really impressed with the mods I was looking up. They have been just a lot. Some of them are like reshade mods. I might experiment too. It makes the game a little bit sharper. Gets rid of some of the fog. But yeah, the mod details I've seen for characters are really amazing. So you see some mods for games, they just like look absolute garbage, and this is definitely not one of those cases. Okay, so A is to go. That's good to know. Great wall in front of the wall. Yeah, so if you've never played this game before, do not do this translation mod first, because you will be completely lost. Unless you know where to go, it's not going to work out well for you. A Sheena tank. Hue wall switch. Okay, so let's do the hue wall switch. Wall socket. Since the wall color shirt. It should just be called like schizophrenic mode. And the woods before a meeting. Learn plate the tower of the enemy and abode in his breaches per month. If the enemy of the end of his task. Shut down. Will shut down.
Shinobu increase window. We have what cannot be controlled so that it will not stop. Number 1.
Question mark.
Not going to be completely lost in the month of December only. This is just an important issue.
Greg's head on the floor. It is best suited for small spaces. So the really funny thing is I watched a speedrun of this game, and they have it down to like 21 minutes. And you don't even go the way I'm going right now. You just go blitzing like straight past these guards, like just jumping the entire time so you get like a little forward momentum boost. And you just go running like straight for the tower where the kid's at. But this way is a little more fun because then you get to hear more conversations. Menu application allows you to quickly replace the battery. Or, more to the point, to replace the old units. Ooh, the last sunset. Graphic options, to be sure to change the environment, looks okay though. Okay, looking over at the controller side, I really want to do Y for bicycle repair tools. Apparently I've been playing this game absolutely completely wrong. I didn't find the bike weapon to ride it around. And I would have been completely lost if I didn't know how to use the bicycle repair tools. So thank God I saw that button here, and I know exactly what to do when that comes up. But maybe it's a late game weapon I haven't gotten to yet.
Moonlight strong these days, months. Story. God is light. You probably read it again.
Maybe. It is limited to the only boy. I am a man.
Is one of the guards
I
Yoda?
agree. However, I am God. Reason to believe Hanichiro.
Okay, God. God and Kermit up there are having a conversation, apparently. So I wonder if he's going to handle the Buster Sword, or if it's going to be a katana. It's probably going to be a katana is what I'm going to guess. I don't think that they went through and replaced the mod for the sword for this.
This is a very long period of time. The wolf.
Who is not a book.
True, I am not a book. I am a cloud.
Well, here. Installation of a head. Kuzubai mark. War.
Okay, so it's a katana. They didn't replace it with the Buster Sword for that part. That's fine. Everything else I've seen so far looked really awesome.
Then the dead retainer dash. You must switch to the server.
Jack into the Matrix. This is all just the Animatrix part.
Depending on the requirements.
There's a Japanese part where they're testing to see if you're like loyal to the rebellion, to the resistance. Sabimaru. Fuel Divine Heritage is completed. Hirata Family Heirloom marks its subdirectories. The fact that when a person thinks about the fact that to this day, as far as he had in the name of the Lord and the wolves, Sabimaru Prayer Meeting, Ninja Distant Shot, Ninja Pity, but that will not be forgotten. Expressed Paper Award. Good. Discuss
Loyal
John.
wolf. I see evil. Someone who can find help. Water healing abilities. Wound healing.
Cured pumpkin. Oh boy. Well, at least, people who like pumpkin spice will be all over this. Cured pumpkin. Pumpkin is full of life and health updates. Enter the rest of the bulb.
Doges is an enemy. Then pumpkin seeds in the diet should be very rare drops of water. They work in disguise. Good.
Sir.
Now, it hurts. And then?
And then
Remember the night?
I do not know.
Let's talk about it later. Now we know that in order to escape from the castle,
How do they say?
lower your mysterious hole in the link below the bridge.
Wow, that's very dirty.
And mister, I asked to find the hidden piece.
The One Piece?
Think brand. Some time ago, I used to. I think we will as soon as you can get.
Using a small list. All kinds of things quickly and conditions of each session. It's hard to read this gibberish. For example, if you lose, you can restore the vital medicinal plants. Yeah, medicinal plants. That's what we call it. Cured pumpkin and passive. Blow. Wow. So it's not healing pellets, it's cocaine, I guess. In the field, we can slow drug activate, hide from generation to treatment, but the fish are used for stability and sustainable brands. The event will serve as ammunition in the battle, such as magic. Yeah, so cocaine is magic. Got it. Picked up some blow. We're off to the party. We're gonna have a good party now. Catalan. Shinobi is focused on the position of the enemy to attack enemies, such as reaching that goal. If the enemy breaks that connection and that a blow to the shinobi, invasion, it may break. Death blow. Okay. Lock-on is called List of Tasks. And the Buster Sword is kick-ass! Difference. Sometimes it is not enough to break the relentless attacks on the enemy position. Another way to defeat the effect of the deposit of the enemy losses. He wanted to wear, and the ability to layer Shinobu's success is that they can. When natural aggression, front. Remember to front. Always be frontin'. ABF. Remember, kids, always be frontin'. Except when you're in front of law enforcement, then don't be fronting. Trust me, I have members of the family in law enforcement. You don't want to front with them. They'll put you on the ground or a bullet in you. Probably both. Alright. Now we learn to always be frontin'. Green. On your target, you can do this easily by adding pressure front from the fight against the enemy. That guy didn't see me for some reason. Alright. Okay, I can't jump up through there. I was wondering if I could. I cannot. Come on, bro.
You know what? I say screw you! I'm not gonna fight you. I'm just gonna run away. Branch refused. Beach refused. Yeah, you literally don't have to fight anybody here. You can just go running like crazy. How can you take a fish... How can you take a handful of ashes? Easily, I guess. Coralina, surrounded by gray agents, learned how to temporarily confuse the enemy. Ashen, the heavy snowfall, so flow of the ash. Good. Game's like, nope. No, we're not gonna do that jump for you. You're trying to run away from everybody. Oh no, he fell to the ground.
You know the secret passage is the area under the bridge. We had an order of protection.
Security will be stronger. As long as
Better, harder, and faster. Well, as long as they have the mouse on the door, I'm not sure if I should mess with them. Could be dangerous. I gotta say though, like, not only with these mods, but just like playing the game patch, because I played this game when it first came out, did not like it. I really struggled with it. But now that they've patched the game a couple different times here, it plays a lot better. I mean, it is like a lot more fluid, which is great, because before it was like pretty stiff. And now things are kind of like you can chain them a little bit better. More blow. Okay, good. Review. And how do you want to join the Escape CT Heirs of God, and or Nebraska? Nebraska, not much of a fan of them. Let's go and. Sorry, Nebraska. You and your corn.
Wolf, understood. Let us leave this place.
That's like the most coherent thing he's said. Did the game forget to translate that part into gibberish?
I believe that the only way. Inventory level's only answer. Where to go when we left the palace? I think the first thing to do is cross the border to Inamasa. Or you're hidden somewhere. What do you think? What do you think? Makes you know.
Oh my god.
Remember anything. It is not enough.
That would be the ultimate. Is if they replace the boss up here. I think it's Ashina's the guy's name. Somebody needs to replace it with a model of Sephiroth. That would be awesome.
Saint Successor. And finally, the tomb in order.
Mr. Sekiro.
Genichiro, that's who it was. Ashina's the family, Genichiro's the bad guy.
Well, thank you.
Go.
Nigaro. Ayaku.
Shinobi honored on the road.
I wonder how the hand slicing is going to look like. We'll find out in a moment.
Here you will find signs of Ichiro.
Nope, Hanso goes flying. Oh, his hand's back. Kinda. It was like the bracer's still there, but his hand just was not there anymore. So part of it was gone.
A bleach.
No, that's a wrong, different franchise. This is Final Fantasy.
Successor.
Okay, Cloud's eyes look really weird there. Yeah, they didn't quite get that right for her eyes closed. I mean, other than that, the rest of it is like, I am just astounded with how well this mod is. Modders have gotten so good throughout the years. Seeing a game with a lot of great mods, it's like, oh, it looks like my hand's back. But a lot of great mods are... Ultra Street Fighter 4 had some amazing ones that people had made.
And it seems that not only but the fate of death.
Orthopedic Shinobu. Artist Shinobi controlled artificial arm. Design is based on a number of mechanisms in humans, while some very thick fabric, color, and solid fats in the blood. Good.
What can I say? Your eyes? Greg's message does not seem to think. And
I do not care about you.
speaking like a true ninja, they carved Buddha. Everyone has what he wants.
Should we come here to pray or leave Nevada? Or is it Nevada? It's actually Nevada, but...
Why is it here?
I don't want to say Nevada. It's like, I've been to Nevada before. You don't call it Nevada. You don't call it Nevada, it's Nevada.
I do not know who pulled the dead. It is not necessary to eat a pack of wild dogs.
True.
Now,
You can set the number of hours.
I see.
I can work from home, selling my products.
First is still alive. He
As well
was
as, like,
imprisoned in
Herbalife
Central
scams.
China. You can now reach the house. As for you, you really need to understand what is true and what do you think?
Let's use the Wineblood successor.
Because of his house when he's done in the tradition of what it means.
I do not know anything about it. More. Legacy of Dragons. Blood has a special name. The owner of the vessel
Heirs of God.
is behind it. At least one thing going through your body does not.
Let's leave Nevada.
I need to do or not do.
There is no
That's
try.
a shinobi transplant. Circle the context of the relevant slot. It does not help when it comes to Buddha statues. You will be able to do so.
Coral bed.
It is not only the location of a lost phone. If you see a ninja tools.
Shinobi tools.
Cool.
I see.
It's like when Keanu Reeves there for a second.
Fast capture. If you give me a ninja tool, I'll find a way to organize the replacement ninja. Because of this, it is estimated by cost. I was told that. Continuity. But very strange. More visitors came to the church. The main entrance of the temple on the right. The two sides of the strange situation. You can get.
More blow. Architect is. There is evidence of this. There is evidence of this. The carpenter, the Hakone checkpoint. Again, sculptor. Though the efforts to create a happy resurrection of the body, it is graven location. Also, remember telling all her heart, and it will now be everywhere. And that is attached to the building, and then into the tent. He added, with few exceptions, you can bring Russia to defeat the enemy. Alright, so let's do fun. Ooh, I feel so much more fun.
Resurrection. Blood Dragon. I do not think I've seen with my own eyes.
He said that
Eugene Smith.
My name is Emma. I am the Lord.
What is an artist?
I'm sorry, but... Security, I cannot disclose his identity.
It's Prince. Prince is the artist, okay?
Composed. I will help in any way. Let me tell you my faith.
Oh god.
But respect for the Lord. The drug of choice in the country. First of all, it's my decision.
I agree. Use whatever drug you want.
I take the opportunity to help you.
She's saying she's got the... Oh yeah, she's got pumpkin smiles, man. She's got the pumpkin stuff. Hell yeah.
Pumpkin?
Yes. Carrera. But, apparently... I hope I do, but... Source preparation for the elections. CMC to leave and then, after a brief pause.
Yes. One way to fix this.
I took the pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin seeds?
Yes. Pumpkin seeds flow of goods. The number of new varieties of plants increases. But if you do not know...
Of pa.
Can I ask?
What is it?
Send a face.
What is?
Well... This is a list of moths.
Count.
This means that when looking for heritage, or if you have any symptoms...
So?
Yes, that was it. I'm sorry. It's part of me, and curse.
This is amazing. I love this mod.
Goodbye.
I'd only wish that I had the Ryu Hayabusa mod. That would have been so much better. But unfortunately, like I said, it got DMCA'd, and I could not find it anywhere. So if anyone's watching this, or on YouTube later watching this when I have it archived there, if you have for download the Ryu Hayabusa mod, let me know. Reach out to me through a comment, or if you're watching this live right now on Twitch, let me know, because I would love to have that. Suggestions box. Products that cannot be used for public procurement in seconds. Shining Path framed the problem in terms. Check the list on the table. A lot of money. Change good.
I have never seen. What is your name?
My name is...
Well, I do not know. It is always wise and experienced professionals. Bleaches. Or... Teacher. In my humble. Fight with me.
Fight with me, Ichigo.
Living hell. Fencing. You can see. At this time, when I went to kill, it seems easy.
Who are these people?
The forever part. Various, spoiled. I have since died. But is it not? The result is that the lead. Please be. To do. It seems that we have a lot to say. Dire. Some exercises with the sword.
Sorry, just saw a camera jump. I just had to readjust
Dead
audio.
body heat can be useful to you. I have been given.
Clear.
Okay, go. After relieving boredom is huge. Return. If you have a policy to control, and I work for you.
What did that say? The Roman citizen. Can't use it just yet. Okay. I was wondering about that. I remember that was back here. Not a lot of people realize this is here until you look back later in the game. I guess you have to do it from the other side. Shank Hook. Oh, that is such a much better... That is a much better name than Grappling Hook. Shank Hook. I'm all over that. Therefore, to ensure victim meter artificial surface high capacity with achieving a common goal. The title comes from the green dot icon on the agenda. Left trigger keeps hawks. Images from Cyclops, I think it was. We are a sculptor photos. Artisan Idols Tour. Now you can see the image of a straight line. Traveler Sculptor is accessible via the menu. Safari or just travel. Another carving sculptures. Rest. Secret severe wind. His presence in the secret is aware of and his opponents. Okay, like I said, it's really hard to read this gibberish. His presence in the secret is aware of and opponents. Beat the jump hill. The enemy. It cannot be used. Diving murder. Collect loot enemies. The purpose and content of the money falls. Your opponent to shoot from a distance, and because they were arrested in the world of hunting products. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Ceramic fractures. Way does ceramic parts crack break? Shut it down. It is located in the ear. Remove and destroy these guys, Ashina, part of the popular game. After development, remember that the very old. Good. It's funny, I almost married a tree hugger, but I never really met a wall hugger yet. How can you take a handful of ashes like that easily? More blow. Sugar Skull. That's a cooler name for it, for sure. Sugar Senpai Blessings Run Ungo Temple. Feasibility damage to physical attacks temporarily reduced. Okay, so reduces attack damage, I guess? Or not attack damage, like attacks to me. I believe that Chopped Candy Blessing Ungo transfers and persecution. Spirit, so mixed that it is necessary to protect human Vith. Ash Donut's sweet part is a war hero honor senpai. Wakarimasu. Wakarimasu. Like Wakarimasu is, do you understand? Wakarimasu is I understand. Or understood. Images from Cyprus. So it used to be really hard to... Those dogs used to have like a lot faster lunge animation, I swear. It was just like, boom, they pounce right on you. So it was like you had to be real careful. Say I feel like chicken tonight, and actually I did have chicken tonight. It's kind of funny because my dad keeps like coming up with things like, because he can't think of really of something to make. He's not really the cook of the family. That's my job, really. He's like, well, how about I just grill up some pork chops for dinner, like just salt and pepper and garlic powder, and just put it on there. I'm like, how about I make fried chicken tenders with homemade mac and cheese with a panko breadcrumbing top? He's like, oh, that's much better. I'm like, yeah, damn right it is. And it was good. This is pure spirit. Full shuriken Martisan. Head genius mechanical device, encoder adjustment loop ninja activated the author. In other words, the number of stars shuriken purpose of the beautiful game in hand. Have a good life. A good example of what can be achieved either mechanically refined talent. Let's see, what is my... Bone tools. Bleach is not the only tool used. It can be fitted dentures seal Jim Naruto. Porter you can prepare for the carpenter. Carved a tag, or it can be a walker country. Let's see, I'm halfway to first level up. Attack. The attitude of some of the potential risk of information is not fast. It wants to place some of the answers carefully. Left button, which is block, part of the ground pressure, sprint, or current, or that the first batch. Or just keep doing this until his posture breaks. Pearl, sure, the shell beads. 4, the son of an architect and information to achieve more vitality. Kim Wolf 1, the head A. Pumpkin, no water for seed treatment. Increased therapeutic emma? Oh, I thought it was an enema for a second. Okay, let's go on safari. Fitness challenge. Physical security experts are working to remove the tools menu. Oh, please don't do that, man. I need that. Here, neck beards and automatically increases the intensity of the prayer room, and it can be used. Do they tip fedoras and say "milady" as well? Hello, Discuss John. Can you give me some more drugs, please?
I'm glad you came, Kurt Thomas.
Kurt Thomas from Gymkata? Oh, this needs a Gymkata mod. Somebody, please. Anyone mod Gymkata into this game. You know, you'll have to put pommel horses there somewhere. You can just like start doing like gymnastic routines off it. If you've never seen the movie Gymkata, by the way, Rift Tracks is their recent Kickstarter. They hit the goal and they're going to be doing an audio-only version of it. But Gymkata is a freaking 80s movie legend. I think you can rent it on YouTube. DVDs are still like maybe $10 or something like that, but it is just an amazing film to watch. Yeah, so YouTube has it for buy or rent for how much? Standard definition version $3, HD $8 if you want to buy it. So yeah, so rent $3, buy it $8. It's well worth the price. There we go. There's a Gymkata trailer. Family Guy apparently did a spoof of it, and people were surprised. I guess Family Guy fans were surprised to learn that, like, oh no, Gymkata was an actual movie in the 80s. Like, they weren't just making it up for a stupid Stewie skit. They really did all that nonsense, so I am really can't wait for the Rift Tracks to come out, because that will be all over that day one. You better believe it. Main character's name in Gymkata is Kurt Thomas, which cracks me up. Alright, let's give her a pumpkin. Do you eat pumpkin seeds? Pumpkin... I cannot pronounce that.
And pumpkin seeds.
Well, here. We planted pumpkin seeds. Excellent. Now, pumpkin growing number of drugs and water.
I love this lady. Drying increasingly used in therapy. Good.
Foreign medicine.
What is new? Ham. Wrong.
Mean haram?
If successful, because overseas. This is my teacher taught me, Duke.
I saw.
I can get me a smaller pumpkin seeds. You need to water.
I found.
Tools endure.
Yes.
Earlier I said that a serious alternative. However, the right tools can change the way ninja pong. The thickness of the walls. Sooner chip control. Never. Next. Products more devices means more ways to kill enemies. Reduction will not die. So all this.
It appears that effective artificial limbs.
I got down on myself. Speaking more blood will be worse than my sculpture. Here. The right tools.
Currently, shinobi dentures. Yeah, let's get some shinobi dentures. Beautiful new replacement. And as orthopedic devices, Shinobu Standard Series replaced can be set to play Shinobu. Download darts. The tool body has a roof over the winter authorization. Tag can be used for expenses. End of the emotional load of weapons of fluid running start. In particular, the tendency of the natural loss of air is vital to the enemy to shoot. Full shuriken Martisan. Hell yeah. Brew download darts, we're gonna do good.
Yes, I work in nature directly in front of him, shows. Wednesday? They have nothing in common, how strange.
Prosthesis. Shinobi is used as an artificial bone tools, so not connected to the existing tag units. For anyone who struggles with English as a second language, I apologize for the stream tonight. Navigation devices, artificial selection. Distribution denture, 3 ready to accept a request to change the query tool. Developers will be able to control the selection of equipment. Soul icon. Spirit and signs of our artificial intelligence tools for dinner whenever possible. ID in the world to reach a statue of American Idol beat the enemy. Wow, American Idol? How did the hell did that get in here? If you follow them, you will find yourself in a way. Is it like full of like terrible singing? Now poster, Safari. Okay, this is the shop. Whoa, game kind of a little janked on that. Hey, that guy's blind.
And of course somebody modded in the ability to have a Rikimaru skin from Tenchu. Because if you haven't been made aware of the fact already, this started off as a Tenchu game. It is like, it reeks of Tenchu, especially in the earlier levels. I think I have to go back to the temple. Let's make it worth the trip. Let's go get the bell first. Oh, okay. That was an awesome glitch. That was awesome. I approve. 10 out of 10. Best glitch. I don't know if I can eavesdrop on them from here or if I have to be on the tree, because the last time I was down on the tree. But I didn't want to risk them spotting me. I gotta be down on the tree.
What you can win the fight? We are afraid to win.
What? We also. Isha can see the patient, but it's still quite Genichiro bowing horror. And of course Yabuhel.
Oh, nose, of course. Some of us think fresh. No one can leave the castle, Lachi.
Does the Inozuk, are you? This, you see, young master?
Soldiers, not to mention.
So what about it? Your stomach hurts, or what? They often have a weak stomach. Well, whom? Bell. In the middle of the new leader of its form. Put it to their own advantage.
Panic Attraction Bell. Bell wants to Buddha feminine charm. Contact finished stocking production. Buddha can still be found in the heading of such literary beauty. Sculptor Invention provides tips on how to destroy the church. Good.
Shallow breathing. What is this? Poo.
Yes.
Well, no. God, my name is Innocent Plague. Or at least I have a puppet in the hands of Hirata. I have an old house does not seem to ask you something. This is my mother, but heart failure that can communicate.
I met your mother. Give me 1 minute.
His words. Thinking. They were tortured for a long time before noon. It is whispered after Buddha.
So we have 220, but I also have a coin purse. Okay, he saw me. Crap. Shut up, game. Don't care. Dust powder seeds. Prosthetic update, them including explosive substance, use natural altocuric simia, even dust every day, and a lot of advantages. Okay, good. This is why I at least get to this save point here, so I can teleport back and forth.
This guy, Sadarada, my decision.
Mr. Kuro,
Lady Emma was here at others.
there are very few left.
He has. I do not regret. There is no end to the legacy of the show Dragon. Looking at a lot of. I do not know.
Alright.
Oh, I know. Yes. Shinobu orders. Sir. After last night, I have seen and have not followed.
Tonight?
And today?
This? I do not remember.
Number.
On. Oh. I do not remember. And the voice of all the senses. You and I, we've been there before. I've been robbed. But those days behind me. Well, I'm honest business. The only problem is that I cracked. Do not sell it later, explode. Well, gentlemen, a few coins or a loan to start your business? I need to share something useful. I'm sure you did not know. As a bonus, I said, today has just begun. What do you think? That's right, very good.
F here.
Thank the good Lord.
F in chat.
Yes.
Of course, I don't think anybody's watching right now, but that's fine anyway.
Of course. Night.
Sometimes one of my best streams are when I'm by myself. And lurkers are always welcome, so if you are here, you're not typing, that's cool too.
Some time ago, there is no need to worry about cleaning the floor. However, I do not want to participate in competitions about samurai fight at home. This is a unique opportunity. So I had to shoot and clean place. When he saw me, looking for something. At least that's what he was like me. But I knew that night.
Centimeters. Group of dots.
Yes. Apparently.
I love how it read that ellipses. Groups of dots.
If you're looking for, Hello, good sir. Price, I think it may be helpful to talk to other small things. Of course, price. Now you know that it works, and marketing.
There are some details.
Thank you for your patronage. That's Shinobu. Some vehicles with ninja.
You can.
The pipe. I saw fire damage fruit. We here at a stage when one of your real estate is a friend of mine. Do mouth pen when the ball is released solid bomb.
One moment. Yeah, so what I was saying about lurkers is that if you're lurking, that's always welcome here. You're always welcome to do that in my chat, like in my streams. Even if you're a regular, you're still welcome to do that because everyone's got their own reasons, or they're busy working, or they just, you know, like me, usually I'm watching a stream laying down on my couch, and I just don't feel like chatting or whatever. That's cool too. Because I always hate when you go to streams, you see some streamers pulling up, like, they're looking for the users in chat. They're like, hey, I see, you know, so-and-so, like, Wurzel 5, why aren't you saying anything? You know, it's like, dude, piss off, you know? It's like, no one cares. But the only time I say something like I said, lurkers always welcome here, as I just mentioned, but if there's a problem with the stream, like if it's turned into a slideshow, or I'm dropping frames, or the audio needs to be changed, either the game volume brought up, lowered, or whatever, let me know. It's all cool, and then I'll let you go right back to lurking. You know, that's like my golden rule, is that if there's something wrong, let me know, because odds are I don't know. And then, you know, that's it. And that's all cool, you know, because I've had people do that before. They're like, hey, you know, I saw your little thing where you just mentioned, like, you know, if there's a problem, let me know. Your audio's off. Fix it. I just confirmed that it's all good, and that's it. Author Anayama, broken a few years ago, it seems. Dated profitable 36 number. We had the fire in the house Hirata feeding distribution. Drink roaring fire and the arrival of children. For shinobi tools. That's horrible. Okay, so...
It ought to be recognized as an asset, fire hoses.
Let's remember for us.
Yes, let's remember for us indeed. So now I need to go back to the past. There's 2 weapons there I need to get. One is the flame barrel, and then the other... I don't want to tackle that guy. And then the other is... it's like an axe in your hand that you need to use, like, to break shields. Couldn't remember where it was last time, but I remember where it is now. I had to stop and think about it. It's actually like really close by once you go up the hill. So we'll do that. Content, now you can see the product through the tools menu. Filled with small bags, it can be used on aging. It's a good bit of weight. Senator of Death lost the bag. Damn it, Senator of Death, what did I tell you? $100, okay. More blow.
In fact, only a round of castle a fool not to miss. I want to hurt the difference. Replacing the use of fire. Right on. That was it. The fact. It's a joke. How to tradition. Ready for the fight.
Alright, so now I'm going to get out of here.
Still don't have enough money. I guess I was fighting more people last time. Because you need 500 to get the firecrackers. Which is what I want to do right now. Which makes fighting a boss later on a lot easier, but... for now I need to head back to the temple. Speak with the carving guy. That's about gibberish, because that's all this mod does, really. Which will then give me two things. Allow me to travel back to the past, which is weird, because I can bring items from the past back with me to the future. Don't ask why. Don't ask anything on this game, really. And... yeah, so that allows me to get those other tools I need. And that should hopefully give me enough money to go get the firecrackers and then come back here again. Also should give me the ability to talking to him to do shinobi arts, which gives me the ability to dodge spears. Pardon me. In particular, thrusts. I don't think she has anything to say to me.
See.
Yes.
I have seen a vision of God Kuro.
Vision?
If fuel purchases at any MasterCard.
Only at participating gas stations.
Locking the door is closed on the other side.
I see.
I'm glad you came, Kurt Thomas.
God, I don't know what it is causing that, but the Kurt Thomas thing still cracks me up. He will be a pumpkin. Okay, yeah, so Kurt Thomas was the gymnast in the film Gymkata, but he was playing the character Jonathan Cabot. Okay, yeah, but the actor's name, he was a real gymnast because it was like, I think it was the 84 Olympics were the ones where the United States protested and was not a part of. Let's see, what was it? Let me just Google that real fast. 1984 Olympic boycott. No, okay, so it was the boycott of... okay, so we boycotted 1980 Olympics because that was in Moscow, and then the Russians boycotted ours in 84 because we had Los Angeles. This is back in the Cold War. I can't remember what it was, but basically Kurt Thomas was like, yeah, let's do this. Let's film this movie. So I was thinking, like, oh, like he did the movie because it was the middle of the boycott, but that was not the case. I was mistaken on that.
I heard the phone call.
Perhaps, he said. He told me to serve the Buddha.
But this type of accommodation is not for you? Otherwise, the sculptor said. At this point, it is not a pretty decent Buddha.
What?
I think the feeling to be back in the fight. Shinobi is a little more than you, though. I get it.
Yes, Resistance secret documents. This document describes in detail the secret ninja techniques. That's probably the second or third most coherent sentence I've seen in this entire mod so far. Completion Teddy volume. And the air raid identity secret, their secret art to prevent a Naruto opportunity. Samurai will possible. Okay.
What?
Shinobi technology. Samurai opportunity to register weapons.
Have to register his weapons with the ATF?
You cannot. Shinobu technology so that no fighting.
Delicious. In a press war, can focus sculpture skills. This gives you the chance to win every experience. Skills that can be used in a lot of experience points and to open. Some of the features that can be extracted, defeat enemies, or to obtain the desired product. Alright then. Art. The current statue is a statue of the menu module. From the menu, you can spend skill points to learn new skills. Oh, another, that's like sentence number 4. Art. Capacity. The original master new skills will eat more skills. Learn new text styles inside fighting style, martial arts, and Shinobu Takamichi. Potential. There are 3 types of equipment. This should be a karate is used, but Shinobu Takamichi potential is still valid. Alright, so what I need is... Oh, I need 2, that's right. Okay, so... Really, really, really need this one. The lamb. There is actually something down here. Chinese Acre. If you are good at Temple Sib Candy, it increases your attack power for a long time. Candy, teeth, and the blessing of the situation. These include excess devil ritual. Uh-oh, makes me a Satanist. We have to be patient with these things that need to be addressed moving and brought chewing gum. Alright then, good. Glad we got the Chinese Acre situation figured out now. So how do I get back up? Yeah, I know. It's like, I am really shocked to see this level of violence in Final Fantasy VII Remake, especially getting rid of the whole ATB. That was another weird choice. What's up, Jay? By the way, this mod is amazing. Thank you for recommending it. Not the Final Fantasy one, but just the whole translation. If you haven't been lurking, you've been missing out on some amazing stuff. Oh yeah, the translation. The Award the Soul, download darts. The tool body has a roof over the winter authorization. Tag can be used for expenses. Oh, yes, indeed. I put this in, and I saw the Cloud mod. There was another one, unfortunately, I'm really sad I missed out on. Somebody had made a Ryu Hayabusa mod, complete with, like, full costume and the sword, accurate sword, and it got DMCA'd by Koei Tecmo. They took it down and, like, forced it. I haven't found any mirror sites anywhere that have it, which makes me really sad. So I have an open call for anyone lurking. If you can find the mod, let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube after it's been archived, if you have it and you can share it to me like through a Google Drive or a download link or something, let me know. because I would really love that. There's also a Jesse mod from Final Fantasy VII as well that I can put in too, but it required me to stop the game, have to save these ones and archive it, and then install the Jesse mod. Basically, just switch it around to her instead. But yeah, this translation mod, I've only come across like 4 sentences so far that can like actually make sense. And of course, like somebody's like, here, let me show off the Jesse mod, and they're like fighting like the final boss. It's like, dude, don't be like spoiling the game trying to show off your mod. Don't be an ass. Okay, I saw translation mod on. First saw the translation mod. Also made the main character Shaggy. Most offensively, the giant snake is Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, that would have been great. There's a lot of mods for this game, and I will say this game has like some of the most high quality mods I've seen for character replacements. I mean, they look really, really good. Let me see if I can get closer to a wall, show it off a little better. I mean, they look really good. I'm like really surprised with the quality of this one. I mean, I saw some other garbage mods, like some weird, like Vocaloid thing. I'm like, okay, whatever. And you get a lot of different things like, here's my reshade that, even if you're not colorblind, you can tell this doesn't look right, but I think it looks cool. It's like, okay, that's neat, but yeah, there's a lot of cool replacements, and I am just still so sad that I missed out on the Ninja Gaiden one, the Ryu Hayabusa mod. That looks so amazing. Like in the screenshots and video I'd seen, I'm like, oh, this looks great. I didn't see the Shaggy mod. I wonder if that got DMCA'd as well. Need to kill everything to get experience points. I need to get those 2 levels so I get the spear dodge or parry. Cockadoodle death. Oh, dude, I've been doing that like all night. This is pure spirit. Ceramic fractures. Way to ceramic parts, crack beak. Shut it down. It is located in the ear. Remove and destroy these guys as Sheena, part of the popular game. After development, remember that the very old. My favorite, though, are the pellets, or blow, which is slang for cocaine. In the field, we slow drug activate. Yeah. The event will serve as ammunition in the battle, such as magic. Yeah, cocaine will make you do all sorts of crazy stuff. Allegedly. Okay, hear them walking. Where are they? Yes, X the final weight. What was the best fighting game you've ever played that is not well known by other players? Ooh, that's a good question, T-Wallace. Also welcome.
Best fighting game, not really well known to other players. It's kind of subjective because if you're in the fighting game community, you know a lot of great, crazy games. But I would have to say there's a couple of them. For me, it'd be Ninja Masters, which is for the Neo Geo. It's actually a game that I own. Is like now like $600. It's ridiculously expensive. And another one would probably be, I'd say, the Rumblefish. It's an arcade game. I don't think it ever got a conversion. I think Rumblefish 2 got a PlayStation port. That was another fun one. And, of course, who can forget the classic Dong Dong Never Die? That game is just a classic in itself. But that's kind of, it's a well-known joke game. And also follow up with Tifa's ultimate move, were she ever to star in a fighting game. Well, let me blow your mind again, Mr. T. Wallace. She's been in a fighting game. It's called Guys. Subtitle, God Bless the Ring. And her ultimate move would be called the Dolphin Blow. That's how you spell Guys. I actually played it in the arcade. I was like, what in the world? But yeah, you can play as Tifa. It's got Tifa, Cloud, Sephiroth. I think Yuffie's in it too. Yeah, that's a legitimate name for one of Tifa's attack. She's got a couple fisting moves too. Of course, Final Fantasy VII Mission Abridged is they make fun of that fact a lot. Like all her moves, like all of the moves she's learned sound like sexual innuendos. Guys means ambition in German. Well, that makes sense. I was not aware of that. Zell, yeah, the game also has I don't think, yeah, Zell's in it too. I think he's in Guys. They put a lot of Final Fantasy people in there. Let's see, character list. So I think Zack's in there. He's like unlockable. As I remember, it's Cloud, Tifa, Yuffie, Vincent, and Zack are in there. And Sephiroth as well. Pardon me. I don't think Zell made it in there, but there's a character kind of like that. Ball is Rich Mippo. Yeah, it needs, Sabin. Who almost all the special moves in that game were Street Fighter inputs. You had Fireball, I think you had a Dragon Punch, half circle forward. Balloons filled with water is the best source of blessing to play the role Mippo. After getting more money from the slogan Meepo and water, the gold bubble is not the story of the life of the country Meepo term, animal, or water, Tanishima. Value service. Alright, let's do that. Oh, I actually finally got to her. Named her that. Give my money, sirs. Thank you. And I'm gonna run away! Oh, jeez, I am like one coin away from getting what I need.
Hammer Time coming after me. Please have money. Yes, you do. Great. Perfect. Like looking for desperately like ways to climb up. Well, seeing how like it's actually been recreated before, people actually made this. It's a like 100-pound weapon easily. Okay, game. Yeah, so people have actually made the Buster Sword. I think it was like Forged in Arms was the name of the show. Damn it! How do I? Gotta get back up there. And they made the Buster Sword, and it was literally 100 pounds. I gotta get up there because the guy's got like the firecracker tool I need. Said usually the game will be like, okay, no problem. Here's your grapple point. And it's like, nope, go to hell. Hoping he can't see me here. Oh yeah, he's killed me here. Last time I played this game, he somehow he saw me from up here. I was talking to this guy crouched, and he shot and just blew me up. It's like, oh my god. Yeah, he's got a long range. I remember when like Final Fantasy VIII had the gun blade, and people were like, "That's stupid. They've never done that before. Why would you put a gun inside a blade like that?" And then people, like historians, are like, "Pirates did it," and they like putting up pictures of like revolvers and swords and knives. It was crazy. Oh, I saw a speedrun on this game. I actually pulled it up because last I had seen it, it was like about an hour, and they've got it down to like 21 minutes.
Consider buying season.
Fishing.
You can rest peacefully, selling products offered by Reality Dead. Of course, I think I know that 1 or 2 deaths. We offer you to buy. Go ahead.
Procurement of goods, items for sale. These both means the same thing. Oh, you better believe it's the right mod, baby. We're gonna buy some Robert biscuits. Oceana Shinobi says, extra cartridges ready. You look terrible, Storm rescued animals. Little Robert and the sale of his father raise money for the trip. They will try to extend the life of Robert Japan. Dead. Look for your trip. Buy Robert biscuits, the Door 500 Tucson. I think we'll do that. It's Nimix!
There. These crows scared. They are very intelligent. More often than other animals. Violence will not be tolerated.
Oh, this mod is amazing. It's like I'm glad you pointed me in that direction. Now on top of the not only like did I find the Cloud Strife mod, which is a lot of fun. On top of it, makes it look like I found the most hardcore version of Final Fantasy VII Remake yet. But that the poorly translated one is amazing. So what I really want them to do, modders need to get on this as well. is Genichiro, the final bad guy. Have him be Sephiroth. And then you got it all set then. They need Aerith Ogre monster. True, yeah, you'd have to be stabbing her. I mean, you could do it. Alright, let's not do some blow. Don't do drugs, kids. Let's do the and passive. Intends to solve or back feral idol. What would you guys pick something? We're gonna get spotted if we don't. But does it intend to solve? Does it? I don't know. It's one of the things that'll keep me up at night forever. The Roman Citizen, let's save. We have fun, now poster, safari, which is cool, I like that, art, and to improve the physical properties. We need to do art, and then the dodge. Search links page? Sure. We'll pick and or Nebraska. I mean, there's not a lot in the Nebraska anyway, so we'll just do and. The key, endless samurai training. Contador, Miki. Good.
Island. Then, if you want, you can hit the ball to me a sword.
I love Mikiri access. Opened. Okay, great. We'll do that.
In this case, the enemy did.
Anti-Shinawuk? Yeah, I did. I started over a brand new game so I could hear all the crazy dialogue. So I figured, well, we're doing the cloud mod. I still have my old save, hopefully. But I'm like, let's just fire up a new game today so we can see everything. Of course, if it's like a pre-rendered FMV scene, it'll just have the subtitles on the bottom be all screwed up. And you have your old model, but if it's in-game, like a lot of the stuff is, then you have the full body replacement and all the nonsense we're hearing right now. So you'll be able to leave the edge of Went identified in response to Shinobu, an attack that is competition. The proposal called Reverse Mikiri is a good example of how the risk of injury, the normal, a Mikiri 3 removed dead. That makes sense. I get it. Yeah, the timing for this used to be super strict. I mean, before the patches in this game, if you play the unpatched version, it is brutal. Like, you have to wait for the sword to almost hit you to do it. And it's like, now they made it like, okay, we're gonna make it a little more lenient. It's like, thank you.
Return. If you have a policy to control, and I work for you.
Oh yeah, it is a lot easier. The game in general has been improved by patches, because I played the game when it first came out, and that's where I had a lot of the major problems, like hitboxes for everything were screwed up. The Ogre is still bad, but he made it better to get past at least. But yeah, the combat's a lot more fluid, like things link together, it's not as stilted. The Mikiri dodge, like, they made it so it's not, like, frame perfect anymore. You have a lot more bigger window to do it. Like, as soon as you see the icon, pretty much, you can just hit the dodge button, and you'll pretty much pull it off now. It's a lot easier. But, of course, to make things even harder, though, is that if you're playing on console, if you're playing on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, the game does not run 60 frames per second. It runs either 30 or, or up to like 45. It doesn't hit 60. So you have the variable frame rate, which can eat your input trying to dodge in something that's that razor sharp, which is why like the PC version is 60 frames per second. So I get it locked. It's like I don't have to worry about it. It's precision, and now I don't have to really get in that split-second timing anymore.
I heard the ringing of a bell.
You see this man? The old man told me to learn.
You see the clock?
That is unfamiliar.
The conversation seemed to agree. I'm trying to tell you something.
What the?
Encouraged. Viewed out under, people do not have the type of wall. They're carved by a sculptor.
Currently Shinobi dentures. Okay, let's upgrade our Shinobi dentures. Beautiful new replacement. Fireworks Shinobi. Robert Folder and a series of tools, the Merit of Faith. Animals, enemies, and explosions, flashing briefly prices of competitors. Like Morse code. Front. This enemy is scary, good question, raises animals. Necessary materials, Robert biscuits. Let's brew some fireworks Shinobi.
If you want a new way, you have to find other ninja tools. This is not good, and I support that. What can I do, at least, to raise their hands?
But
close your eyes. Watchers have heard something.
Yep, as long as it's in-game, if it's in-game rendered, then everything works. But if it's like the opening movie is a pre-rendered CGI, full render like that, where they're showing the battlefield going on, that just has the subtitles on the bottom. But the audio is still the same, and you have your wolf design and your character model, everything.
Wake old memories.
Because it's a recorded movie, so... There's only one problem with this mod I've seen so far with the character model. Is after you get the kid, you get your hand chopped off, and you wake up in the temple with the carving dude. Cloud's eyes don't close quite right. Like the lids close partially through the eyes, so they're poking out a little bit. It's kind of weird, but other than that, it's the only thing I've found off about this mod. It's like a nitpick type deal. So other than that, he looks great. I'm just still really bummed about that. As soon as I learned about the Ryu Hayabusa mod, I got so excited and went looking for it and got DMCA'd. Images from Cyprus. Okay, I thought I had an extra gourd seed. I don't think I do. Nope. List of technology. Here's a list of skills that can be displayed. Another sentence that's like 6 or so. It is possible to choose the type of left and right trigger. Martial arts can be installed on the phone. Like the Matrix? But I do want to say, thankfully though, that this mod has shown me a lot of neat things. If you look over to the right, where it shows my controller options, the button for Y is bicycle repair tools. I guess I didn't play that far in the game to get the bike as a weapon, but I mean, if it broke down, I wouldn't know what to do. But thankfully, this has shown me that I just hit Y, and the bicycle repair tools will come out and fix the bike. So later on, when I get the bicycle weapon, I am all set. How can you take a handful of ashes easily? Partaluna, surrounded by gray agents, learned how to temper and confuse the enemy. Ashin, the heavy snowfall, so the flow of ash. Oh, okay, so that's good. So when I get it there, but I'm guessing like the hardest weapon to use would probably be the unicycle. I mean, that's a lot of balance and skill involved. Also a phrase you'll never hear any woman say, or even a guy to another guy, if that's your thing. You know, I'm not knocking anybody here. And when he rode up on his unicorn, he rode up on his unicycle, I knew I had to take him in bed. No one will ever say that sentence anywhere, any point in time in recorded history. That will never be uttered. I can guarantee it. It's like, oh my god, seeing him ride that unicycle just turned me on. That's another thing you'll never hear.
Pay attention. Owl.
Okay, well, let's do search.
What happened?
Heroic qualities with heirs of God. We must. In a hurry.
This reminds me of like Mr. Weeble. Gosh, I have that somewhere. Let's see. Bookmarks manager. Search. Yes, here we go. So there is an episode of Did You Know Gaming Extra that was so bad, they didn't delete it. Featured Mr. Weeble, who was like an animator. I think he did the Amazing Horse and the Badger song there, I think, off the top of my head. But they decided, you know, let's have him do the narration for one of our episodes about the NES Classic Edition, the secret hidden messages and stuff. And it was so bad, so poorly downvoted, that they unlisted the video. They didn't delete it, but they unlisted it. And they actually pinned up a comment that said, "We sincerely apologize for the quality of the narration of this video. I did not personally review this video before it was published. I'm sorry that I did not. I don't know how a narration of this quality found its way into a Did You Know Gaming Extra video, but it will never happen again." It's like, it was bad. So if you want to check that out yourself, there you go. Yeah, so the guy rides on a unicycle like a boss, because, I mean, why not? If everyone's got the bike, you gotta stand out. He's not getting laid. It looks like you're a clown in a circus and somebody's got a weird clown fetish. Once again, not kink-shaming, but kind of kink-shaming. Ain't gonna happen. You're not getting any riding a unicycle. Or maybe I'm just jealous that I'm not that skilled. Throw dust. Prepare yourself. The treatment of fire, the nature of the emergency and fire departments, are more effective over time. It leads to more damage seizures. Adopted by the water used to fight, essential for survival in the dust of seeds. Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. Apparently this guy can't see more than 20 meters or so. But then that guy sees me, no problem. After Lib's cylinder Mibu mineral water balloon full of joy, full of blessing. Balloons with bright green accents, Mibu and water should be thoroughly prayer and more likely. Mibu, likely, the main source of life is born, water is water. Whiskey. Or Ashen worship. Okay, you had me at whiskey. You got my attention there. I'm like, okay, I'm down with you now. I follow along. Need to get back up here. Is that grapple point? Don't question. Yeah, this must have been the wind that just suddenly made all my dogs drop dead. Weird how that keeps happening. Oh look, he's okay. We'll give the wall hugs. Aww. Well, they've also been known to, dogs can shoot bees or bark. Yeah, you unleash the dogs or the hounds or the bees or the dogs that bark when they shoot bees. Sugar Skull. I love this one. Sugar Senpai Blessing Run Unko Temple. Feasibility damage to physical attacks temporarily reduced. I believe that chopped candy blessing Ungo transfer and persecution. Spirit so mixed that it is necessary to protect human Vith. Ash Donut's sweet part is a hero, war hero, honor Senpai. Should have named this mod Schizophrenic Mode. Did you see Bill get killed over there? No. He's a dick anyway. Donuts are amazing, man. What do you mean, what's with that? In American and Japanese media, donuts are amazing. They are food that is, you take bread, which Americans love anyway, and then you deep fry it. And then you put sugar on top of it. What's not to love? Or my personal favorite, jelly donuts. Oh man, raspberry jelly donuts? Stop my heart. Oils. Conventional oil, when she opened it, completely covering them. They are very valuable to abuse term, as well as floods and oil life prevent these rivals. Like I said, donuts are amazing, man. I have not had donuts in a while, but like I said, my favorite are jelly donuts. Oh. The best. Berliner? Yeah, I've heard those. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, jelly donuts are amazing. Berliners are good too. I think is what it's called there. Had something like that actually in New Hampshire, of all places. They had a lot of German immigrants come through for the time, so we had like something kind of like that. Chinese acres. Oh, great game, thanks. Everybody cool? Everybody's cool. But yeah, jelly donuts are my personal favorite.
Whoa.
There we go. Can't get me in here. Haha.
In addition to that, well, sir, it looks like Shinobi. I think. If you are looking for, well, anyway, I did the first time. Hey, look at it with milk. Keep the door to meet me, and I know. Oh, group of dots. While
I love that one.
I was a
Group
part
of dots.
the mountain, which seems to a 3-story stone pagoda. It was a very good shooter. Please, treasures are stored. He should be. Here I am, at least I think. Hey, you all right, sir? Hold on. While I am here, I was a part of the mountain, which seems to a 3-story stone pagoda. It was a very good shooter. Please, treasures are stored. He should be. Here I am, at least I think.
Well, at least he thinks that. I mean, that's good. He's keeping a positive attitude about it.
Hey, do not despair. Open all over the place. I cannot hear you complaining. If you do not have peace, then do not regret it. Hello, can you hear me? Come on.
So, speaking of foods and stuff, I was actually watching a video last night about the 1985 Austrian wine poisoning, which was like this crazy, crazy scandal where people started getting, like, there was almost no regulation over Austrian wine. There's a certain type, it's like an ice wine is what we call it here in my country, where you basically keep the grapes on the vines as long as possible. They get very sweet, and that's what Austria was known for. But there was like almost no regulation, no one's looking at it. People start getting sick and they couldn't figure out what exactly is going on. And a guy walks into the ministry, who inspects food for Austria and gives him a bottle. And he's like, here's what's going in your wine, leaves. No one ever finds out who this guy is. And they found ethylene glycol inside the bottle, which is one of the key components for antifreeze. At the time, antifreeze and brake fluid stuff was sweet. So what they were doing, because they had a bad year for grapes and stuff, is they weren't as sweet. They were turning sour with the wine. And they're like, well, shit, all these people need to have our wine. They're depending on it, and we need to keep our business going and sell more. They were adding in, like, antifreeze into the wine in order to make it sweet. And then just, like, it just exploded. They started investigating and finding out it wasn't just like one winery doing this. It was like the entire country was dumping antifreeze into their wine and selling it to people. And then they started expanding out their searches and stuff like that, and they found that some German wines were doing the same thing. It's like, oh my god, it was insane. And it's just this incredibly wild video to watch where the people just thought like, oh, 1985, they're like, yeah, sure, whatever, put antifreeze in the wine and make it sweet. Just, we won't put a lot in there, just a little bit to give it that flavor that the people are looking for. And therefore, because it's sweet, we can dilute it with extra water and other crap. It's like, oh my god. It was just so shocking to watch. Let me find that video link. I'll post it in here. Yeah, Down the Rabbit was the video here. Down the Rabbit Hole is what the series is called. But I watched this last night. This was amazing to watch. Like, just the insanity of what they used to do, like, not too long ago. People thought, like, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Let's put poison in wine and sell it to people and hope no one dies. And then... crazy. Yeah, so if you have some time later on tonight, definitely check out that video. It is shocking. Wei Gokan. I have no idea what this is. It's a golden donut, it looks like. Speaking of donuts, the blessing of the mission of injuries and the loss of Ninja Hunter Gokan products. Gokan bite of candy and inhuman treatment and received his blessing. Woman shinobi, real expert in killing a nun. The power of the basic state of the body. Alright then. If you insist. Open a shortcut. This is where I screwed up last time, because the weapon I need is right here inside this shack.
Let's burn this house. Sir, are we heading? If not, then go for it. See below. But if we do not give God 13, what? When saying
Alright, Kiko.
how deep was the free throw line before the straight?
Kiko.
Do not be angry, boss. Sorry. I'm not Fat Skull.
Well, at least he's not Fat Skull. I mean, he's got that going for him. So this is the other weapon I needed. I couldn't remember where it was last time. This is Pure Spirit. Bleach Office Monkey. Of course. Strong block iron shinobi axis. Shinobi can be installed in a clip joint. Am I smoking this? Using a primitive strategy, work quietly and to lose more weight. What border opening, Monkey Valley. But the lion is known weapon Shinobu Lace Hands. Yeah, it seems legit. I'm not here. Apparently this guy was deaf and blind. Not a very successful bandit. Alright, let's see. So that's that house down here. I need to go and talk to this guy over here. Kill this guy first.
Upset about the way.
Hello.
Shinobi. If I'm not mistaken, find ex-Shinobi temple. When you opened the skull, you were welcome.
Alright then. do some fun, and then we'll go on a safari. Actually, what's art? Let's see, so that's good. Run and slide. I need to go back and talk to the old man anyway, because it opens up more options. Next thing I need is the grapple and attack. So let's go on safari. Back to the temple. Temple of the Dog, man! Do you have anything new to say?
I'm glad you came, Kurt Thomas.
I was laughing about that earlier. Kurt Thomas is in the movie Jim Cotta. He's the gymnast. It's his name there. He plays Jonathan Cabot in the movie, but his real name is Kurt Thomas. So I was like, oh my god, connection to Jim Cotta. Now we just need to have the Village of Crazies, have a pommel horse set up there so we can do gymnastic fighting on people. It will be amazing. If you've never seen the movie Jim Cotta, I need to upload it to my G Drive just so everybody can see it, especially because Rift Tracks is going to be doing a comedy release on it pretty soon. And it is amazing. Someone thought, let's take this gymnast, he's alright, he's a pretty good gymnast, and let's make him an action star. Let's have him just be part of this crazy death race in this country in the middle of Europe that doesn't exist. And we're going to teach him a unique style that combines karate and gymnastics, and thus you get Jim Cotta. There we go. We have to watch this. Let's see what's the volume like. Okay, that's pretty good volume. And Sekiro, desktop. Yeah, so I cannot wait for the riff tracks of this to come out.
His name? Kurt Thomas. His title, 3-time world gymnastics champion. His assignment, a secret mission for the United States government. His only weapon, himself. And that's all he needs. Combine the discipline, the timing, and the power of gymnastics with the explosive force of karate. And a new, all-powerful martial art is born. Jim Cotta. Kurt Thomas becomes Jonathan Cabot. He must penetrate a mountain fortress to compete in an ancient savage ritual. They call it the game. But nobody wins, and nobody lives. Until now. When gymnastics and karate are fused, the combustion becomes an explosion, and a new kind of martial arts superhero is born. Jim Cotta.
I can't wait. Says Jim Cotta is one of my favorite, just crazy 80s movies. But yeah, the riff tracks of that is going to be hilarious. Okay, back to the game. Okay, I don't have any pumpkins.
Goodbye.
So, back.
It sleeps. Is that true?
Well, it's a dream. I thought it was true or not. I'm sure everything is fine. Fittings Budapest old memories. If you think I cannot remember, it is up to you.
You do not really know how to do it, despite.
This is important.
Let's upgrade my dentures. Put the B package in 4. We'll brew some 4 and a B package. Prosthetic Shinobi Loaded Silence. The cost to use the logo. Load shaft. Slides or printed piece hit the enemy position. And 4 is devices from synthetic hair bulb. The cost of using a sacred symbol. Warm conditions. While at the Chaos, 4 bombs were under fire from the enemy. Due to its people, it is difficult to control angry people with red eyes. They are not afraid of fireworks first. It is the first time. This unit has the right to use them.
Prosthetic shinobi. It sounds pretty good. Here it is for you.
Enter the exchange of intelligence. Book of Secret Shinobi's various techniques used in the prosthesis. Experience provides style teeth. That threw me out for a second. Methods Shinobi written by a man, but he is unlikely to be a serious investigation. I think we hope that others.
What is it?
All about enemies' teeth to bite. In other words, Doctor of Technology to fight.
Vin.
I think that the technology of artificial unnecessary thing. But I was wrong.
Yeah, so I mentioned it earlier, but if you've not played this game before and are not familiar with it, don't use this mod. You can use the Cloud Strife mod, that's fine. But I wouldn't recommend the poorly translated mod, because if you don't know where you're going, you're going to be completely lost for where your objectives are.
Next time, then. Energy.
It is equipped with Sweetener. Okay, so it uses 2. Got it. I got the sweet axe hand here. Okay. Here we go. Hitchin attack. Yeah, what did they call... I'm trying to remember what they called the grappling hook. It was something a lot cool. Like shank hook. That's what it was. Grappling hook became shank hook. I'm like, oh, that's what I'm calling it from now on. Wind shock attack. Shinobi martial arts. Since the beginning of the enemy, using hooks and use it to attack the sword faster. Shinobu animation and movement in attack. Do not miss the move uninterrupted. Okay then. If you insist. So I need to use the restroom. I will be right back. We'll put on some, let's do some F-Zero music. Be right back. Oops. Came back, but forgot to take it on, turn back on the microphone. So yes, I thought you'd like that Nimbix F-Zero music. Being the F-Zero taskmaster you are, and other games. Said run and grab a drink real fast and grab myself a little chicken tenders I made for dinner tonight. Something about refrigerated fried chicken just tastes so amazing. It's good the first time, and then like after it's been kind of cooling in the fridge, don't even reheat it, just take it out and chop on it. Oh baby. All right, where am I at? He's not working. There we go. Okay. So let's go on Safari. Here we go. Fight the ogre. Yes, my mom's in the hospital. Of course, she had her surgery again. Because I have to have depressing news every single stream at least. But she's a celiac, so she cannot eat flour. So we have gluten-free replacements and stuff like that. They've come a long way from what they used to be. They used to be total garbage. Now it's actually edible. But still not quite right. So she's out of the house, so I'm like, you know what? I made real homemade macaroni and cheese, not the box stuff. With panko breadcrumb crusting on top. And I made like fried chicken breasts, like basically cut them into strips like little fingers or cutlets or whatever you want to call them. Deep fried them in flour and seasoning, and it's just delicious. It's like, you also have the crunch and stuff. Even when it's cold, it's crunchy. And you just don't have that, like, with gluten-free food, it just doesn't work that way. Speaking of my mom, I said take a bite and try to chew and stream at the same time. The hospital healthcare worker, social worker called us today. They're like, she needs to not go home with you guys. She needs to be put into a facility where we can take care of her, because she is a danger to herself right now. And it's like, thank you. Where were you last week when we tried to do that? So, even the hospital, like, they went out of their way to call us and say, hey, it's not safe for her to be home. She's telling us she's been hallucinating and things and everything else on top of it. She doesn't know where she is. She has no coordination and falling. She's going to either hurt herself or burn down or blow up your house. So it's like, okay, well, what legal recourse do we have? Because we tried to do that last week, and she rejected it there, and they sent her home. Like, we tried to put her in a home, and they're like, nope. She doesn't want to go. They're like, hey, now that we have this, our recommendation from us at the hospital saying she's not in a fit mind, it's not going to be a problem. So I'm like, okay, so looks like we're going to end up putting her into a care facility for now. She won't be staying there permanently because she has to start her radiation and chemotherapy, I think tomorrow or Wednesday. So, she'll be leaving periodically, but, it's just not safe for her to live with us anymore. Because before we found out she had a tumor, excuse me as I talk with a full mouth, before we discovered she had the tumor, I have a gas stove, and occasionally I would find just the gas going, not lit, I could smell it downstairs. The gas had gone that far. I had to go sprinting upstairs, turn off the burner, open up all the windows, turn on the fans, and air it out. Because it'd just take one spark and the house would have blown up.
Waiting for you, sir. Very good. I had the coin to me where the product was purchased. Shopping.
No, it's Cento Envy. I don't know what this is. No. Nope. That'd be a good idea. But no, unfortunately. So, if the burner's not lit for the propane, it just keeps throwing out the gas into the air. Now, propane is heavier than air, so it lays down on the ground, so for you to smell it means you have to have a lot in the room. So it's like, so that's happened like twice in the past month, month previously. And, you know, and my dad denies it. He's like, I didn't do it. And my mom's like, I didn't do that. But if she's been having that brain tumor for a while, she may have very well done it and not realized that she did it. Yeah, that would be good. Maybe it's something standard over in Europe. That if so, that needs to make its way over here to the States. But yeah, it's like you can.
However, a good teacher.
You can turn on the gas and not have it light. Like you can.
Why. Okay.
Turn to a point you'll hear like it'll go clicking, like it's trying to. Don't care. Like it'll basically be like trying to ignite, like go click click click, because it's trying to like it's setting an electrical spark to ignite the gas, and the burner turns on. But if you haven't passed that point, which is where it was at last time, it was like halfway past that, where it wasn't making the clicking sound trying to ignite, just throwing gas in the air. So yeah, it'd be a good safety function if it was like that. If it's like, okay, after like 10 seconds or so, like, you know, it turned itself off, go, okay, pardon me, no gas, hasn't been lit or something here, the sensor hasn't gone off for the heat, and then to turn it off, you know, that would be a lot better. I'd be down with that. This guy's going ham. Now, almost at 1. If I die, I go back down to 0. So he hasn't broke loose yet. Okay, I've seen speedrunners do this thing where they leap over here, like where Cloud's facing, off that wall, then jump onto this ledge over here, and you can bypass the ogre fight. If you screw it up, you die. The way it usually works is you can press the knob, doing so circumvents the temperature sensor. So light stove, you have to keep it pressed so the sensor is hot enough. Well, if it stops people from potentially blowing up their houses, I would take the annoyance. I would take that any day. Yeah, so I saw the speedrunners do that. I'm like, if I screw it up, I'm almost up to like 1 skill point, which is like allows me to do the spin attack I want to get next. Really, game? Can't pull that bullshit? Yeah, research topics. You can see the difference and use it in every situation. Don't care. Must stab person in neck. Must kill. I'll take a cured pumpkin, please. Holy crap, there he is. This motherfucker. I have to reset on this guy. It's a big giant ogre. There he is. It's like, dude, come on. Yeah, I have to reset this guy. Oh my god! Oh, he knows I'm here. Alright, asshole, let's do it. Fuck you, game. Hey, we want to tell you about this cool thing you can do. Nope, screwed it up. Come over here, bro. Yeah, it's probably really precise. I've only seen it. I've never attempted it myself, so I'm not even sure of... Yeah, I'm not even sure how they do that. I'd have to watch it to try to do it. So it seemed like they just ran up to that one spot and just hopped forward, and then that was like so easy. It's like, okay, well apparently there's a big wall over here. I just can't get the ogre manipulated to be like it did last time, where it's just normally like, okay, run over the edge and then that's it. Maybe if I run back down towards him and not over the edge where the spear guy is, it makes him go back there? That's what I want to do, game. Fuck you, game. No, just run past the guy in a skid. Now this is like, it's kind of weird because the 1.0, yeah, the 1.04 patch fixed a lot of bullshit. Now I'm running back into it all again. Like, oh my god, this is why I hated the game the first time. It's like all in this section just never really got fixed. Oh, he's coming. Yeah, I just... like, he'll follow you everywhere. I mean, if you go through here into the gate... he's gonna come right for me. He's looking, like, straight at me. See? Alright, asshole, it's on. And I'm fucked already. He's gonna throw me to the edge. It's the first time I've died, so I don't get to resurrect there.
Take the blood in the life of a faithful wolf.
Let's gonna do it right now. Damn. Ugh, I hate that guy. Shell beads! 4, the son of an architect and information to achieve more vitality. Kimwolf 2, the head A. The effect of adding knowledge to recover hidden dryer. Medical science is essential for the survival of shinobi. Wounds received in battle is determined. The only way to learn these skills is the most serious injuries and the value of the enemy. Now that he's dead, save. Never have to do it again. Yeah, now that speedrunners don't have to fight this guy, it's like... they never do anymore. Yeah, I always get the spear guy out of the way because it seems like if I try to run past him like first, you know, if I don't go for the spear guy, he just comes down and I have to deal with him at the same time. Trying to stab him while I'm trying to fight the ogre. So I was usually just run up there and take care of that guy first. All beads run. Yeah, I gotta beat the game first, which I still haven't done. Whip ice. Takean shows the distance of the object. Shinobu, good idea. If you're looking for tubes for the eyes to see the details. What percentage of Ashina mined and tried to play a string of sharp eyes on the roof of the palace guards? Nightjar! You can avoid a lot of eyes. I'm not sure what they're yelling, to be honest. Can't quite make it out. Pumpkin! No water for seed treatment. Increased therapeutic Emma. Ooh, my dyslexia kicked in for a second. I thought I said enema. It's Japanese, I'm sure, but I just can't quite make it out, to be honest. It's like, my Japanese is not the best. I understand about 80% of it being said, so there's still parts of things, of words I don't know. But if somebody's like yelling it, or like kids like high-pitched, like I have problems hearing and understanding what it is. So it also depends on dialect, too. Yeah, like Kansai, which is kind of like the tough guy language, where you hear a lot of like rolled R's, like Ryo, like, or you'll hear like stereotypically like tough guys, like street thugs or Yakuza. You hear a lot in the Yakuza games. Say Oria, you know, you get like that, the rolled R's. It's like that really throws me off too, trying to understand what's being said exactly a lot of times. But that's just a personal defect of myself. Ceramic fractures, don't care about them. Yeah, let's do it. Let's book it like crazy. Do the same cheese factor. Oh yeah, regional German accents can be I've run into that a couple times. Like I said, when I had tourists coming through many years ago when I was living in New Hampshire, we had German tourists coming through to look at the foliage, all the leaves turning in fall. And I'd run across some accents. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, we have an accent like that in the United States. It's like called Cajun or Creole, which is like a mix of like French, and if your jaw's broken and you've had a stroke and you got hit in the head with a hammer, and that's pretty much the language that comes out. If you've ever seen the movie The Waterboy, the Adam Sandler film about an American football player who's the water boy, and then one of the coaches is Farmer Fran. And like the way that guy talks is no joke, exactly what like Creole, like the southern Louisiana accent sounds like. It's like, I can't even understand that nonsense. Let's see here, just a second. Sekiro, so we'll just play the audio.
Okay.
He's like, alright, don't know what you're saying, but okay.
Just have the defense run sprints.
Everyone's looking like, what the hell are you saying? And that's exactly what it is. It's like, it's just insanity. I've only heard that like once or twice. Yeah, that's not words, but I've actually come across people who do speak like that. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, I cannot understand what you're saying. Because they'd call into me because I was a phone, like a call center supervisor. So like one of my people on my team like raised their hand like, please help. And I get on the call, I'm like, I can't understand a word you're saying. Is there someone there who can speak with to try to help? And it turns out there was like a French Creole language translation line, so someone understood things like that. But I mean, the guy was literally sounding like that. It's like, oh my god. I understand accents. I have my own accent. I mean, I'm not dumb enough to think like I can speak foreign languages without an accent. Pardon me. I know when I speak Spanish, Italian, my very bad German and Japanese that I have an American accent. But it's like, and that's fine. I mean, you're making the effort to speak another language. You're going to have an accent, salute you, because it's hard to do. But it's like at the same time, it's like there's sometimes it's just too strong or too much. Like you're not forming the words right. It's just impossible to understand. And that was like one of those things that it's in my own country. It's supposedly English. I'm like, wow. I do not get this. Let's see. Let's bring back up Sekiro art. I think I can get this now. The channel, I don't know what that is. Combat uniform. They are based on the intensity of the fighting skills against fighting style. Their knowledge and secret recipe. They want to use the device to be installed. You can get the experience. Alright. I can do this attack now. Now I gotta install it first. Wushu. Whee! I have to get used to the British English every time I take a break from hearing it. Watching Doctor Who, taking a break, understandably. Other than that, I used to think I can pretty much understand all English. You've taught me differently. Yes, English is... it's still all over the place. You have British English, such as you've heard there, and then we have American English that I speak, because I'm in America and I'm American. Best country ever, America! But it's just even like phrases and descriptions and, you know, different sayings are completely different. I mean, for example, in Britain, you put things in the back of the car. It's called the boot. In the States, we call it the trunk. You know, it's just like, it's just even like small things like that. And then you have different regions of my country. You can, like, now I live down south, so I actually have the ability to talk a little more southern, a little bit, just like how I was in Missouri. This usually comes out when I'm more tired. I start talking a little more like this, so that's why you know when I've been up for far too long, because I start sounding like a bad Colonel Sanders impersonation. But it's like, I can do that when I get tired. Like, my southern comes out. There you have the northeast. Rapid fire start talking really fast. It's really kind of understand here. You get things all mixed up, a little quarter coffee, you know, paper and keeps going through. It's like, oh god. So it's like, there's, in any language, there's always dialects, there's always regions. You're never going to have one specific sound. It's like, you can get used to, like, Rosetta Stone, like, oh, this is how the language speaks, very formal, and then you get into the real world and go, I don't know anything. Delo darts, go! Oh yeah, you can get used to it. I mean, it's the same thing like when I watch British shows and things like that. I don't watch Doctor Who, but I've seen some other stuff on there like Sherlock that was important, that was big. So I've seen things like that, and it takes some your brain getting used to it. You know, it takes a little bit, and then you get used to how it sounds, and you're fine. And then you change it up, and it throws you off. It's like, okay. It's like same thing for like when I listen to a lot of Japanese, and I get like go back to hearing a lot of English, and it throws me off for a sec. Yeah, got the gosh darn tootin' shucks people. Oh wow, that's impressive as a native German speaker. You're able to replicate that perfectly. Hats off to you, sir. Trolley Tom, exactly, just like that. Yeah, that's the stereotypical Southern voice. Gee gosh willikers, I can't believe that. Old tarnations. Yeah. Exactly. That's like the perfect example. Good old cyanide and happiness. Sneaky snake. Yeah, you can type it out at least. That's still impressive. Wyatt, yep. So, normally the holidays sedan. So this guy's gonna get stabbed in the eye anyway, but good job, game. I pressed the attack button and it said no. Not today, sir. Not today. Jubilee! No, it didn't even have a timer there. I've let it sit there for a while. I hit the attack button, he's like, nope. I must have hit forward or something on the controller, or accidentally touched it or something, because it walked out instead. Now, the timer can run out, but I've done that before to see, but you gotta wait like 20, 30 seconds. Yeah, the family in Resident Evil 7 has a Louisiana accent, exactly. It's not quite Texas. It's a little more southern drawl. So, like I said, the movie The Water Boy, I don't know if you've seen that, if they have it over there, is all like Louisiana accents. Taken to the extreme for the most part for comedy, but you'll hear a lot of it. Oh, it is a funny movie. It's a good comedy. Adam Sandler is an actor, of course. Plays a mentally challenged guy who's really obsessed with water and keeping people hydrated so don't, get sick and fall over. And his mom forbids him from playing football and being smart. And then one day, a guy, like a football player, picks on him, He like runs and tackles this guy, just like knocks him out, and like the coach sees this as like, oh my god, you're like the best person we've ever seen. You need to play college sports for us, university, football. So they roll him in college, and he becomes like their star football player. And of course, he has to keep his secret from his mom, and all sorts of comedy hijinks come in there. But he's just like the best football player they've ever had permanently. It's a really good comedy. The Waterboy trailer. Okay, this is not the best quality. Not the best quality clip, but it's one of the ones that makes me crack up there because it's just a funny joke. Okay, so here we go. Desktop. Turn off Sekiro.
Let's have a warm LT welcome. Bobby Boucher. Come on, Bobby. Thank you, Mr. Longstater. Tell me, what is your secret? How do you find yourself in the right position all the time?
That's a good question. What happens is the center has the ball first, and quarterback will say hike. That's when the center puts the ball into the hands of the quarterback. So what I'll do is I'll start tackling the quarterback unless he give the ball to somebody else, in which case I'll try to tackle that person.
Gentlemen, what brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
They think he's just like a crackhead, not just like mentally challenged. Cracks me up every time. Alright, Sekiro. But yeah, it's kind of the humor found in The Waterboy. Yep, American sports ball on top of it. Alright, let's go Sneaky Snake Part 2, The Revenging. Okay, so you do take fall damage in this game. Interesting. I didn't know if you did or not. You do. I'm wondering. Okay, so you can do that, but the game will kill you. I was like, let's not run through that tunnel. Yes, quarterback, home run, touchdown, the slam dunk. Get them all. The game I do not understand to save my life is cricket. Yeah, you are one of the most multicultural Germans I've ever met. And I am impressed. Alright. Can we do the eye stab? See, now it gives me the prompt. Okay. Run, Cloud. Alright, made it. Yeah, that would not be far off. I would not be surprised if Calvin Ball was inspired by cricket. Chinese Gotchin. Pope Painkiller, Semper short but sweet. Eliminate the voice of the customer is much more difficult to detect. Dessert Gotchin decrease as a result of inhuman treatment. Semp tends to perform the dirty work. When the soul to a priest, always apparent. I mean, never better words to live by. Along with, does Bruno Mars is gay? That's another famous, poorly translated one. Game Grumps brought that to international attention, I'm pretty sure. The does Bruno Mars is gay. Does Bruno Mars is gay? I don't know. Is he? Does he is? Yeah, the article does exist. You can actually look it up. Does Bruno Mars is gay? Type it in a search engine, and you can find it. And basically, as part of Game Grumps one episode, they brought it up and they read the article, and somebody did an animated version, which is even funnier. So it looks like a newscast or a news presentation, the way they animated it. So, all right, so let's switch to. Yeah, I need the axe. Intoxication. Index plant residues, collection of flowers and herbal collection of flowers and herbal isolated scroll children's menu page, quotation marks. Bean, growth of wild gorges and valley residents base with big snakes flood lips. No one wants to be a woman to enter the belly of the snake. Well, I agree.
Correct. Cold is located in a small piece of cloth. Now it's dead. Dead.
Pot full of ass. More cocaine. Alright, we're gonna need fireworks. I gotta let this guy talk now so I can hear the speech. I don't want to cut him off.
I thank you for Oniwa Masataka. Breed Goat House.
Standard name.
I've never seen that attack before. I didn't even know he had that range. I tried to see if I could parry him in the last second. Nope. Standard named man of man's... Yes. It is a hoax of Standard. It is a bad rumor of the rumor itself. So it's like all sorts of crazy stuff. Invisible treatment. Oh good, I have the invisible treatment. Invisible bra. Ooh, nice. Death's Tucson on skills and experience, but in some rare cases this is done to prevent it. However, the mystery of God's service, which was damaged. You'll find on the iPhone support is not visible when the list is likely to deteriorate, breaking open lists. Yes, hand bras are better, if you get what I mean. But yeah, invisible bras. I'm all for it. I don't think there's anything really of value down here other than like the memory you can get. It's all subjective to, you know, hand bras, if, you know, who's doing it, if you have permission, things like that, you know. Alright, punk, let's do it. Oh, got away. Your hand movement suddenly died. Yeah, that's how I tell my enemies. They're being adorable. They're being dishonored. That's right. Second one doesn't work. Yeah, I didn't have this much trouble with them last time. That was cheap. Okay, so that catches no matter what, if you're blocking or not. Yeah, I'm getting screwed on this one. Last stream, no problem. Last time I played this game, I was like, yep, no problem, just kick butt. More invisible treatment.
Thank you for only one mouse attack. Your hand movement suddenly died. This is agricultural product.
It just did it twice? What? Yeah, I'm getting hosed on this one. I don't know what's going on. It just... Okay, it just took off the lock. Yeah, now it's weird. It's like It's now acting like it was the unpatched version. You just have like weird like stuff going on. It's like, you know, like attacks are like seeking again. Blocking will sometimes just not straight up work. Camera kill. It's like, please stop dying. See, right now my eyes are supposed to be closed. Eyelids are... they're technically closed, but the eyes are poking through it. That's like the only problem with this mod. Everything else is perfect with it. The character model. It's like, please stop dying. Every single time you do, my condition gets worse.
So, awake. You die your destiny. But
Interest mouth, Cypress. Sometimes painful cough, constantly ringing. We call that coronavirus. Anybody who wants to avoid the heart of the home, cough Buddha statue flame. The first product reduces the possibility of a flush of my face because before the soldier. Where a persistent cough echoes problem, coughing and wheezing, sound of love. I haven't really determined that to be a sound of love, but to each their own. This reduces the chances of these items, supports invisible. Pardon me. Dragon Rot. Inheritance is the proliferation of dead, more energy and disorder in the world. Dragon Rod. When the wolf is not Dragon Rod, is actually the result of intensification, likely to die again. Excuse me. The important issue is to support the big bad wolf is more dangerous. For he huff and puff and blow your house down. I never went back to her to get my extra seed put in.
Centimeters sculptor.
Yes. Or...
I think it was the Doge. Dragon can offer the power of the resurrection heritage. But this is no ordinary force. Finally, leakage of the patient, the point of view and lead to the restoration of stability in food. This is the reason. Celebrities dragon red patients. I know a lot about it, but I cannot see any relief. I'm sorry.
Dragon retreatment. That process.
But we must stop. No. I do not know what will be the way to confirm that your investigation has begun. If I can find... Boss.
Thank you.
Do you eat pumpkin seeds? Pumpkin... I have no idea what that word is or how to even begin to pronounce it. If it's even a word, to be honest. Yeah, it's not finding it in any language. Yeah, it's officially not a language at all. Dying increasingly used in therapy.
Hi.
Hello. Eyes bleed. Sudden anger in the eyes of the Red Sea. It seems almost absurd to attempt to blow up.
thank you for Oniwa Masataka. Your hand movement suddenly died. On if it's agricultural products.
It's weird, I keep trying to do the fireworks, and the game instantly input reads. And that one just totally did not let me block.
Often they have to stop. Close, the door is closed.
No, I mean, it's literally, it's doing weird shit. It's like playing like it's unpatched. Which I'm wondering if like the mod actually did screw or something like that, because his behavior is literally, it's gone back to the nonsense of like pre-patch stuff where you have seeking attacks, where your blocks suddenly stop working. It will do input read, so as soon as you take your finger off the button, it will instantly do an attack that will beat you to it. Either be a normal swing or your shinobi tools. It's like, or it'll double fire them. And these are things I saw in the original unpatched version when this game first came out. So I'm like, okay, I've seen this nonsense before. It's why I was able to beat them easily last night, the last time I did this. And now it's like, it's literally like playing like if I had not patched the game at all. You can't even get to his right side. Yeah, it's like, oh no, you got the Buster Sword, man. We're not playing with that. We know you're making me say gibberish. I don't like it.
I thank you for Oniwa Masataka.
Like right there, it broke my lock on. It just disabled my block and leveled me. Yeah, I'm 100% honestly wondering if the mod broke something.
We have no reason to jump.
Disabled blocking, seeking attack. There we go. Alright. It's all good. I'm actually going to be ending stream not too much longer. I've been playing for 3.5 hours almost. I agree, ban him. Shinobu performance. Memory, gift Oniwa. Spirit Wolf receives the struggle against the common enemy to create the engraving of the surface of the fabric monument. Masakata published on Eva, no portfolio manager. Mechanical bucket, ooh. Not just a normal bucket, but a mechanical bucket. Mechanical metal binding can be the architect of inflation. Raise pace of invention. Ninja. Ninja is the key for pomegranate rind. Alright, pomegranate rinds, sure. Yeah, we do that. Artificial upgrade. Packaging equipment operating under extended artificiality. If you behind the statue carved artist fast or faster element, you can stay at home. Yeah, that makes sense. So what type of wild, crazy night are you having, Nimix? Lightning reform. Did you ever find out like how much it would have cost to do that, like versus spending your own money and energy yourself to do it? Because I have no idea like how many mailers you're having to do about this. Yeah, you're like, I mostly kind of did it. May have just worked on my own stuff. Can't really say. Need more 100 of them. One person 175 to print alone. Oof. Just to print alone, and I'm sure, that's not going to count for hours and labor on top of it. Maybe it will, maybe it wouldn't. But yeah, it's like you'd be losing money on top of it. It's like $100 for 100, be $1 each. Sure, might be worth it. But 175 just to print, and who knows how many other charges on top of it.
Buy healthcare products.
Next.
Strong Memorial. Our battlefield paradise. Dash. Make a purchase offer.
Geez, so you had to do all that. So like, okay, so it's just one to print off and then another one to fold it. You gotta pay extra to have folding and then mail it. Yeah, I can see why you wouldn't do that.
Death Monument people. Wherever you go, be sure to make some sacrifices.
For me.
Rat. Rat. But for me. Wolves. Before you say my name, I will die. What's your name?
So this kind of Christopher Walken pattern of talking. Ninja is the same.
I died. No name. No.
I died. No name. No cry.
His left hand. Stress reminds artificial arm. KPL exclaims. Wolf's hand. I love her. This is what? X. That is my name. Who are you? Tengashin.
Well, heck. Find and keep my mouse.
What?
Nikashino might run it on their own site. There are several different mouse. Detailed information about each individual can do. There should be killed. This will give.
Ooh, 10 frames, nice. So what you need to do now is start over again and see if we can find even more. Like that one you said, like, hey, I found a way I can do this, but odds of me finding it after, like, X a million amounts of, different things going on. It's like, yeah, you could. You could do it. You're never going to get past that wall you hit for the first time.
Good.
Because you could be theoretically just doing that for years to come with the crazy possibilities of what you're doing right now. Just the mathematical weirdness you're having, and then, like, hitting on a crazy thing like 1 out of 5 million. It's like, who knows, you'll ever find something else like that.
What?
Advance to the house mouse.
We're gonna kill Mickey Mouse.
Kill him.
We're taking down Disney.
I'm doing something to help it to fight.
That's where you go. There's a line? What? We have lines? That's a lie. Move it back! I climb up this. No. Can't rappel up it either, okay. See, now these guys are no problem. Now they have the right weapon. Hopefully soon get back to the original spot. Stopped manually doing it. Yeah, that was a while ago. Gosh, it seems like forever. Because I remember it was 26 or 28.
Oh, the mouse, which is seen.
Yes.
I know that you have the ability to kill. This is one. Salary.
I don't think they would have rejected it, to be honest. It's just like so insane of a thing to tackle to begin with, but no, like I said, you've already told me the timeline for originally projected, and we thought the beast would speed it up, which it has, but I mean, it's still probably going to be the same year time frame you're thinking of. I mean, it's such, like I said, it's such a monumental thing that you've had to go through for just to get where you're at to right now, even though the restarts. You're finding more programming, more different Lua programs, and learning more about the insanity of this game. Nope.
I haven't really been keeping up on the site drama because I got my own crap to deal with.
This Ashino Moe knife. In this war,
Haven't been on
is not
TAS.org in probably about a month and a half.
won the war. How can style the most important principle? I note that the fight against war.
Is it a mod or just an annoying person?
For fishing.
Take that, fences! Can't keep me out. Here, they'll lower my bitrate a little more. So, like, is the person, like, are they being, like, annoying or just a crappy tasser? Yeah, poor tasser. There's one I saw, I don't know if that was maybe the person or not, who did, like, a Road Rash 3 task. And it was, like, the crappiest excuse of a task that I've ever seen. And it's like the person, like, didn't optimize anything. They're like, the mods on the side were like, we went through and just taking a look at it there and we're able to go in and find, like, another 400 frames, you know, in just, like, 20 seconds. So, no, you suck. You know, why are you, like, putting on music for one part, then turning off for the next? It's not doing anything. It's just, like, all sorts of weird crap. It was literally one of the worst tasks I'd ever seen. And it was, of course, rejected, but it was like, holy... I was like, what does a rejected run look like? And I read up on it, and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty damn bad. When me, a person who's not a tasser, can spot how garbage it is, you got a problem. Okay, game. That was an input read. Oh yeah, RPGs can be fun. It was like I was having fun playing Tales of Fantasia. I think it was before. Yeah, it was like before I had my fusion. But then, like, all of a sudden I hit like around probably about the fourth of the way through, and then you hit like the super grind of that game. I'm like, now I remember why I stopped playing it last time. Some games are a lot of fun, then, you know, the RPGs are great classics, and sometimes they're just like, that's kind of gotten old, like, especially grindy ones. Nobody's here. Yeah, I don't think Breath of Fire was that grindy. I don't remember it being a grind game, so... Game, why are you breaking the camera lock? And now it's all let me block. Yep.
The war is really going to use it.
I know. But what will you do? Sometimes
Yeah, Tales of Fantasia would do the same thing too. It'd be like super grindy, and then like you'd walk 2 steps and get into another fight. It's like every 2 to 3 steps you'd get into a fight. It was like, okay, you know, turn on the game, get into a fight, walk 2 steps, get into a fight, go in the menu, get into a fight, turn off the game, get into a fight. It's like, how's this working? How is this a thing? If you know a village... Hitboxes, what are they? Don't know anymore. I'm convinced that the mod broke the game. Which is sad. I'm not sure which one it did. It may have been the retranslate mod, because character mods usually don't do too much, but this is changing a lot of things around. So it may have done that. I said I'm like literally running into like weird hitboxes and when it kills that I know patched out, because I played this on my other file. They didn't have before I put the mods in, but it's like breezing through the game no problem. So it's kind of interesting that way. That's the fun of modding games. Sometimes it breaks things. In memory, good. But for now, we've reached the end of the stream, so I've been streaming for almost, about 3 hours and 40 minutes or so. A long time for me. So my back is screaming for it, which it's been doing anyway, so time for me to stop and get some rest. I keep thinking on my days off, like, oh, I should stream tonight, and then I pass out for hours, so it's a good thing that I'm doing every other day. So I'll be back at the usual 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, which will be the 29th. Of course, if you don't know when that is, type into Google, it'll tell you. Check me out on Twitter, Worsel555, so if something comes up, like if, having to do with my mom or whatever, or I'm just not feeling it, too much pain, or I need to crash out and take another day of rest, you'll be updated and notified there, of course. So once again, we'll be getting back to Final Fantasy VII Remake. Still want to keep going through that, having a lot of fun playing it, the other action game. Sekiro, like I said, it's a lot of fun. Play the patched version. The mods are kind of neat, but like I said, it seems to have pretty much broken it. But it's a lot better at the 1.04 patch. It really made the game fun and more fluid and a little bit more fair. So I'd say check it out. Let's see. Other quick news stuff here. Nothing really is going on a lot. I'm thinking about buying some other games. Not sure what. Maybe some PC stuff. I was thinking maybe Sakura Wars, the new one for PlayStation 4. But if I do, then I won't be playing it for who knows how long. Because it's like I want to get through Final Fantasy VII first. So it's one of those things I'm thinking about. It's like $60 game. Support the franchise. I like Sakura Wars. If you check out my Twitter, I think I have a picture on there showing all the Sakura War games that I have. But so I was thinking about possibly buying it, but then I wouldn't play it. We'll see. But if you have any game suggestions or anything, let me know. I'm always open to that too. But Final Fantasy VII Remake will be up next on the 29th, which is going to be a Wednesday. So till then, I will see y'all next time. And of course, shoutouts to Nimix, T. Wallace, and Jay for hanging out, and anyone who's lurking. You guys are always awesome. See you then.